Hello and welcome back. This is Candace from Candoodle, and today I'm hopping along with our Craft Collabs group for our Summer Shop Your Stash Challenge. So we're going to be making this super fun, clean, and simple card, so let's get started. So today we're going to be using this Avery Elle Peekaboo boat set, as well as the Avery Elle Peekaboo Fair set and coordinating dies, some pattern paper from Michaels, and some washi tape from my stash. So I'm starting with my stamping, and I'm going to get the two stamp sets. I'm taking the little inner tube out of the Peekaboo boat set and the unicorn and hooves out of the Peekaboo fair set. I really wanted to use the unicorn. I think it's just so cute, and I thought it would be really cute floating in that little inner tube. So I am stamping those down with my Gina K Obsidian Black Amalgam ink, which is my favorite ink for Copic coloring, which is what we're going to do to these images. And today I used some non-traditional colors, and they're a bit out of my comfort zone because this was for our Shop Your Stash challenge, and we had some rules laid out that we had to follow. So we had to use hot pink and teal, we had to use summer themed stamps and summer themed pattern paper, and our twist was to use washi tape. So I don't often use pattern paper or washi tape on my cards. So this was a bit of a challenge, and I wanted to do something that was clean and simple and fun. So I like the way it turned out in the end, but it definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone. So as I'm coloring here, you can see the colors of Copics I'm using on the left-hand side, and I tried to work in the hot pink using my RVs and my teals using the BGs. And for the inner tube, I know that this looks like a hot mess when I'm first coloring it. So what I like to do is start with the lightest color and then put my second lightest color in where I want my darkest areas, just to kind of map it out, because I find my RVs are really hard to blend. And then I go from darkest out to lightest, but instead of leaving the lightest just as the RV02, I glaze over it really lightly with the RV04. That way it just gives it a little bit more darkness, because I find the jump between RV02 and RV04 is so big. So to try and help it blend a little bit better. And I really like the hot pink color that it kind of ended up being. It's definitely a bright inner tube. And then I did use my BGs to get the teal for the little stripes on the inner tube too. So once I was done with this, I did fussy cut the tube, and then I had the dies for the unicorn and hooves. And with the tube, I also used an X-Acto knife to slice through the center so I could put the unicorn sitting kind of inside the tube. So once that was all done, I glued the hooves down, and then we're going to move on to assembling our card. So this is where I was going to work in the pattern paper, so I got out my paper pack and I decided to use this teal sheet, which has some like glitter and heat embossing on it, and I just wanted to use a little strip, so I cut it down with my guillotine trimmer, and I ended up cutting this in half again later because it was too big, and I just wanted kind of some stripes going across to give our unicorn somewhere to float over top. So you can see me mapping it out, and you'll see my process as I go. But I did want to say before the video ends to encourage you to hop along to all of the other stops along the hop. This is a hashtag driven hop, so all you have to do is click the hashtag shop your stash challenge in my title, and it'll take you to a playlist of everybody else in the hop. Nancy from the Handy Scandy has very generously shopped her stash and will be providing a mystery giveaway to one lucky viewer. To be entered to win, all you have to do is comment and like the videos. So the more comments you leave, the more chances you have to win. Subscribing is always nice, but it's not required. But of course, we would love to have you around to share our creativity. And so moving back to the card, once everything was glued down, I just used my guillotine trimmer to get some very straight edges because I did this right on my card base. And then I'm just lining up my sentiment with where I think I'd like it to go, and I got out some tracing paper so I can stamp this down and see where it's going before I commit and put it right on the card, because I don't want to mess anything up at this stage. And I double stamped that to get a nice impression. Off screen, I did die cut one more of the unicorns, and I just cut a piece so it would kind of line up with the inner tube. So this is going to give its head some lift off of the paper and kind of align it with the thick pattern paper down below so it'll lay flat. And once that was done, I realized I hadn't colored the horn, so I just got some blue Copic and some glitter pen to use on there. This is my Wink of Stella. And just like that, the card is done. So you'll have to let me know what you think about the clean and simple card down below in the comments. I would love it if you subscribed if you're not already. As always, you can find me over on Instagram at Candoodle Creations. And until then, I will see you in my next video. Bye!